6'7".
That's what we're talking about today on Relatively Terrible. Probably one of the worst memes ever to grace the planet Earth.
No, it's not 6'7".
No, that means our
Exactly.
generation can actually count. So
Yeah, Dad. 1, 2,
So you're going to
3.
claim that as your generation, Jackson. I thought I taught you better.
Hold on.
I thought I taught you better.
I love you, but you're all terrible.
This is Relatively Terrible. I'm Josh.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Calvin.
I'm 6'7".
Listen,
6'7" is not that bad.
it is that bad. Because let me ask you a question, Calvin. Explain 6'7" to me right now. Go ahead.
6'7".
Exactly.
But it's gonna be generational. Kids, our grandkids will be saying
Calvin,
that.
No,
shut
they
up.
won't.
They'll be like,
Calvin,
1,
shut up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, Dad, you lived through the origin of that, didn't you? It's gonna be generational.
But why, you don't even know why you're saying it.
You know, past generations could say, I lived through Vietnam. We lived through Watergate. Calvin's going to be like, we lived through 6'7".
And the pandemic.
Okay, let me
but
see.
the pandemic comes second grade.
6'7". I'd rather have another pandemic.
What?
I wouldn't go that far.
This is, but no one can explain it to me. And I know, like his generation. Well, you just don't get it. You're old.
Oh, no, I think
6'7".
it's stupid as heck.
Of
Then
course
why
it's
say it?
stupid.
I don't know. It's just something people say.
It's so ridiculous to the point it becomes funny.
It's not. I've never once laughed at 6'7".
I only laugh because Calvin laughs. Anytime Calvin does it and he's like,
6'7".
it makes me chuckle a little bit.
But it's bad when you're sitting in church and the pastor says
Oh
7,
my
8.
gosh. And Calvin.
When he does
And you guys look at each other and you're going, like, I mean.
Pretty good. I mean,
Rach, what did you saw something online where people were comparing it to something in the past?
Well, they're comparing it to stuff from the 90s where it's different Beavis and Butthead sayings and stuff that was popular from.
You mean like cornholio?
Yeah.
Okay, but see, no, because
Yeah.
cornholio, he was talking about his butthole, his cornhole, cornholio, and he became like this. I am cornholio. Like, no, that's
But-
not the same
No,
at all.
Calvin,
There's
please
no
don't.
thought put behind it.
6'7".
So, but let me ask you, like, for real though, I think I know what 6'7" means.
But it's just no, Mom. Literally,
There's no
it's
meaning.
just- There's no meaning. It's just 6'7".
It's the numbers. That's it.
I thought it meant it's like mid, like 6'7".
No,
like
it's literally just 6'7", and it's a hand motion. That's all it is.
Why does 6'9" mean something so bad and 6'7" mean nothing? We'll never
Well,
know.
because 69 actually meant something, and it was a way of saying that thing without getting in trouble. 6'7", that's what parents are thinking, though, that it's something bad.
But
and
it's
it's
not.
not, and it means nothing.
It almost seems worse to me though that it's meaningless.
Yes, it's stupid.
Like you're just saying gibberish then. Like you
But there-
don't mean anything.
But their generation has figured out that we are literally living in, I hate to drop a Stranger Things reference, but a hive mind where as long as we get enough people to agree that this is funny or this is a thing, it becomes a thing.
Oh, and that's spanning all kinds of different things.
But that
for
is
sure.
the worst
Yeah.
thing that you can do as a society
Yeah.
is like, as long as everyone screams loud enough about a certain topic or subject, that means it's right. It's that woke mindset. It is a woke mindset of if everyone is agreeing with this, it must be something. It's even stupid to hear the kid who's called the 6'7" kid.
oh
my
gosh.
He even said, like, he's the 6'7" kid. He
Yeah.
claims it, but he says he heard it from someone else. I mean, how stupid do you have to be?
Well, it's not like you invented the number, bro. It's
And it-
Yeah.
Jesus did.
Jesus invented 6'7"?
Yeah.
No, the numbers.
Okay. I was gonna say you were gonna have to go wash your mouth out with soap. That is
The
so
numbers.
disrespectful to associate Jesus and 6'7". Oh my gosh.
See, and I thought it was bad. I saw something months ago, maybe even a year ago, talking about like how our generation, we talk in or text in emojis.
Okay.
And like their generation, they don't do that. They think that's stupid. But again, so yeah, and I think that's almost kind of ridiculous, but I definitely do that. Like even at work, on Teams, I use the thumbs up a lot. You know what I mean? But everyone knows what a thumbs up means. It's not
But their
meaningless. You guys have taken it like a step further to where now you're saying shit that doesn't mean
Hold on,
anything.
whoa. Don't put us into that. At least don't put me into that. I hate it when
Well,
people
listen, it's your
though.
generation. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you. I'm
our
saying it's your
generation,
generation.
They literally
It's-
like to take things that people who are a little bit older than them that they like to do, and they say, "Oh, that's lame now."
Yeah.
Do you realize how stupid your generation is? They call jerking off gooning now. And sex. And then if there's any girl out there who a guy approaches them and says, "Hey baby, you want a goon?" and you say yes, you need to be sterilized instantly. Like your eggs and that kid's sperm need to be wiped off the face of this planet.
keep his dick 6 to 7 yards away from you.
You just ruined my rant.
Hey, don't let him goon.
See, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You can't think of anything. Your generation is so stupid. You can't think of anything better than gooning.
I'm gonna swallow my gum.
Gooning?
What would you call it?
Not gooning.
It already has words.
But hold on. Let's say there's all kinds of different euphemisms and ways
Yeah.
to say sex and.
Well, and a goon already
that's a bad.
That's already a word. That's already a term. You guys aren't even coming up with anything new. You're just repurposing an already existing word.
Even if it was you want a 6'7", baby, that I would understand that more at least. Remember when we put out 7'2"?
What?
Yeah. So in that one thing when we
the
put out
picture? Oh,
72, 72 means something horrible apparently.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wait a minute, in what sense? Like,
Sexual.
oh,
Is the lady the 2 and you're the 7?
No. The lady's the 7 and the man is the 2.
What?
I'm
Yeah.
not that flexible.
It's not about being flexible. It's not, and this is on Urban Dictionary. If you look up 7'2", you can find out what it means. And to me, it is ridiculous.
Okay, do you want to explain? Did you ever tell people why you did 72?
7'2" is because Jackson's Spotify age was 72.
And we all thought that was hilarious.
And I put that in the comments, but no one like, oh, look at the Urban Dictionary. This is terrible. These guys are bad. Like,
Can you tell us in like the most PG terms?
Oh,
What
yes.
it means?
all right, because I'm smarter than these people who say gooning. I can figure out PG terms to tell you what 7'2" means.
Oh my gosh.
If a lady
This is already bad.
would prefer her southern backside region to
Okay.
be lollipopped with a
picked
man's
any word.
mouth, then that's what that would be.
That's what's so. See, who came up with that?
I don't know.
Who was like 7'2" means?
Well,
You just ruined
also,
that
here's
song.
okay. I just thought of something. I feel bad for making fun of their generation because do you know that's the same? So have you ever heard of someone say they're getting their salad tossed?
Oh,
That's the same
tossed
thing.
salad, yeah.
What?
And that is the dumbest thing to be in the world because it's like, who came up with that and how does that connect?
How did that permeate culture? How
don't-
did that? I don't want to know.
I don't know. And, anyways.
When you said lollipop, that song came into my head.
Lollipop,
Lollipop, lollipop.
Well, I meant like the lollipop replaces the word lick.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. You guys are from the 6'7" generation. I have to explain everything to these a-holes.
We don't
But I think-
participate really in it. Calvin participates.
Somebody yesterday on our video
Oh, gosh,
on
here we go.
TikTok, when it said, "Is this me from 1995?" they were like, "I don't understand what that means."
They're a dumbass.
And that brings me to our next point. That is one thing we're going to do here on Relatively Terrible that we talked about. All right, Relatively Terrible, we've decided, is it's going to be our family's take on the culture, on current culture and how it is. And that's why we wanted to talk about 6'7", and just social media in general right now is a cesspool of regurgitated videos, people reacting, same thing over and over and over and over again. And one of the ways I know this is because our Relatively Terrible Instagram account is brand new.
Yeah.
So when you scroll through the feed now, you see what people see when they get on these apps, and it is freaking stupid. There's nothing original. There's nothing good. I haven't seen anything that I've recognized. I haven't seen any people that are creators that I recognize that are actually good creators. It's just crap and crap upon crap upon crap. And let's be honest, all these algorithms are rage baiting all these kids. They want you to watch the terrible things. They want you to watch the bad stuff. And you know, honestly, if you're watching this and you're one of those people that's doom scrolling, it's your fault. And I will admit to it too. Some of the stuff like about government and people getting pulled over by the cops and all this stuff, I watch it and I catch myself watching it and I'm like, why am I doing this? So why do you guys think it's that way?
I think it's because people care more about likes and views than anything else. And they will do whatever it takes. They will comment terrible things to get attention. They will post terrible things to get attention. They will, I mean, and then they could just come up, it's like, and then they just are like constantly throwing shit at a wall just to see what will stick, what will get them attention. And why do we have this need to get recognized by strangers? Who cares? And then there's just no integrity for what you're getting attention for. Who wants to be famous for this? Who wants to get attention for being terrible?
Back to the 6'7" kid. Do you really want to be known for that, dude? Like
yeah, is that really something to be proud of? Like, you're not going to put that on a resume. And I'm sorry. At the end of 2026, that will be completely gone. And something will have replaced it.
Yeah.
Something will replace it. All of that is temporary.
Well, the only time I ever catch myself doom scrolling is when I'm bored out of my mind. And then I usually stop the cycle of doom scrolling because there's nothing on there that's worth scrolling about. And that's the only thing I have to say about it, because other than that, yeah, there is no reason to doom scroll, because it's all
same. It's
all
just
the
you're
same
bored.
content.
You just
It's all the same content, same format and everything. Just, I guess, different people doing it. That's
a trend right there. It's the same thing over and over and over by the same person doing the same thing, and that's what they want, because they don't really want to, these algorithms and these social media platforms, they don't really want to help anyone but themselves. And anyone that thinks differently, I've got a bridge to sell you. I'll give it to you for like $1, because you especially when you see all these things when you're on a brand new account, there's nothing. There's no substance to it at all.
Make fun of me, but Bookstagram, right? That's people on Instagram who talk about books, right? Even within that niche
15 minutes in,
area,
she mentioned books.
But even within that niche area, what does Instagram want me to see? It wants me to see the same people talking about the same books. It shows me the same argument about whether audiobooks are actually reading or not. And it's showing me another person starting a Patreon to join their book club online. Why in the hell am I going to give you money to join your book club? I do not understand this. And that's the other thing about social media that kills me, is like people who are not offering you anything. Mm-hmm. But they want you to pay them. Oh, yeah. What are you giving me? How many meaningless, empty Patreon accounts are out there where it's just, and again, I'm not saying don't support creators or people that you like, but they're literally just, it's like you're paying for friendship or paying for, it doesn't,
You're trying
it doesn't ring true. It's false. It's giving you this sense of like, we're not close like that. And why am I giving you money for it?
It's the parasocial relationship.
Yeah. But I'm paying for it, which is even worse.
Because you're like, the people that pay for it are trying to extend it and make it more realistic. And the thing that really sucks as a content creator, and I can speak into this in I could be very long-winded about this. I'll try to be short. But we answer comments.
Right.
We have Patreon that we put actual.
We know what you're saying.
Actually giving something to people.
We're putting out videos every day. We're going live. We're doing this podcast. We're trying to connect with our audience on a deeper level. And yet I see people who just throw stuff up there. And as long as it's the bullshit garbage that they want, it's great. And the thing is, they're not becoming famous. They're not becoming an influencer. It's a quick cash grab for them.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And no one will ever know their name. And that's what the social media apps want.
Yeah.
That's their agenda. They want each of them, just think of each social media app like another influencer. They're trying to be the most popular one.
Right.
That's why TikTok was so popular and still is, because you can get views on there, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. I mean, what I'll do is if I'm on TikTok and I find someone I really like, or I'm just being a dick and I'm like, you've got 1 million on TikTok? Let's Instagram, 500, knew it. Because they can't get views anywhere else.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but it is kind of true. Kids aren't getting enough attention at home. So what are they going to do? They're going to go online, get their social media, and start posting videos.
You're right. You are very right.
That's what they're doing. That's what happens. That's why
Their daddy left.
Yeah, exactly. Even though we do laugh at that, there's some truth to that.
And that's why you're right. You're very
absolutely right.
And the other side of that too is that's why social media apps moderate the way they do, because there's no one parenting the kids, and the parent, their legal guardian, wants the app to do all the work.
What scared me was when, for those of you that don't know, I had a lot of reptiles. I'm down to only 2 now, but I had about 6 or 7.
6, 7!
that I had, and I got rid of all of them. I rehomed them, and I did it through Facebook. These are full grown-ass adults that I was messaging, trying to get these animals to new homes with. They couldn't type a complete sentence out. They didn't use punctuation. And it just scared me so badly. It really opened my mind to, oh my gosh, these people are stupid.
It's not just the kids. It's like the adults and the adults and the parents in their lives are like just as bad. So what are these kids supposed to do?
Well, and what's scary, especially on TikTok, is not only the videos that they're watching, but have you gone on those lives that they have on TikTok?
I'm not even on
We've
TikTok.
seen first-handedly some of the people that invite us.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to jump out of those rooms really quickly.
Oh my gosh, a little kid seeing something like that? Oh.
Well, think about apps like Omegle and things like that, where people are randomly. That's why they've all gotten shut down, because basically every other
Bad
person has their
people.
privates out.
I think this kind of leads into the next point, is what I personally think is dangerous about 6-7 and about social media and kind of where we are, is that the thing that we are drastically lacking within our culture today, and I'm saying it about people my age and younger, is we have no critical thinking skills. We have no discernment. And I think it's going to just get worse, because so we've got like the rage bait and people posting stuff that's not real and fake news. And now with AI, like how many people are watching things and thinking that's real?
Well, I'm glad you brought up rage bait, because I put up a video on Instagram yesterday, like my top 5 guitarists.
Yeah.
I got comments on that video, which was really irregular, except for that one post I did of us that got a bunch. Normally I get 0 comments, but this one got a couple. And someone said, rage bait is supposed to be believable. And I had this message typed out, and I was like, you don't know what rage bait is, and I was swearing at them, but I bleeped it out in a message. And I was just like, I'm going to block them. That was not worth it.
How was that rage bait?
See, people don't even know what rage bait is anymore.
Yeah.
That's my personal list.
Again,
Gosh.
your opinion, right? Like there's a difference between rage bait content and just like, hey, here's my opinion. These are my favorite things, or these are things that I like. Again, no discernment. And again, Why are you getting into arguments with people online that you don't know?
Well, and it's funny because people don't know true talent if you hit them in the face with it. There's this one guy I follow on Instagram. He's a musician, and he turns like he did what if ZZ Top wrote Enter Sandman, and he literally does the music himself and sings. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And he has a bunch of stuff up there like that. 100,000 followers.
Yeah. But another account that's going to be all AI generated songs will have
millions.
a million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very true, and we've gotten accused when I did our Barney buttons, where I did Barney covering Snoop songs. Somebody's like, "Oh, I love your AI songs," and I was like, "What AI songs are you talking about?" Because I was really confused, and they were like, "The Barney ones with Snoop," and I was like, I wrote the lyrics, I recorded those. Obviously, I used the tune from the songs. I wasn't trying to hide that.
But AI couldn't have written those?
No, AI can't do comedy. AI is really, right now, it's hurting us because it's so new.
Yeah.
And no one really knows what it is. And also, people don't even know that people are using AI because a lot of times they don't say it. They just take credit for it.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, look what I did. Look what I created. Check out this song. It's amazing. And it's like, you didn't even do that. And does the person watching you realize they can do the same thing in 2 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I think it's so stupid. AI should be used. You should learn how to use it. It's technology you should keep up on. But it should not be the thing you're using to create a final product. If you do, you are not a creator. You are not an artist. Now, the caveat there is, I will say, there are some AI artists out there, and I've seen some of their work, and it is insanely cool and like actually art, and I don't know how they're doing it. And I think they might only be calling themselves AI artists just to kind of hit the algorithm better. Because it looks like classic art and it's original. And then there's some people that can go into Sora. I don't know if you guys have seen this, and they can literally, they know how to code it to like make a 15-second movie. And you can go in their prompt, you can look at their prompt and it looks like code that would go in the back of a website, and it is crazy. That stuff is different.
Yeah.
But if you're going and writing a prompt,
I think for average Joe right now using AI, and I think there's still a decent portion of people who are afraid of it, but I think especially in the next 2 years or so, as average Joe people start to use AI, it's going to become even more clear, hopefully more clear to people who is using AI and who isn't, because again, it's got limitations. It's not a person. So I think it's already fairly easy to spot the AI videos. But again, we have no discernment. We're not teaching our kids how to think critically. I mean, how many times in the last 5 years have you guys been like, oh, have you seen this story? Did you hear about this? It's like, that's not real. How do you know it's not real? Let's talk about how we know that's not real. What do you look for? I mean, even at my job, I have to go through security training and things to be able to identify phishing emails and what do you look for? And all of that is actually becoming way more advanced. Like phishing emails today are not all full of spelling errors and it's getting more and more nuanced how they're going about it. And I just don't know why we're not talking to our kids about similar things. Like, how do you identify when somebody's reaching out to you, and when do you decide to engage with someone, and when don't you?
I mean, isn't that why kids? And this is a very sensitive subject, and I'm just gonna like preface it with that. And I'm not saying all parents are like this, and this is not why this has happened to all the kids that this has happened to, but cyberbullying.
Yeah.
I think cyberbullying has to be a symptom of a non-parented child.
Oh yeah.
Because like it's just like people always ask us, a big question we get is, do the kids read the comments and does it bother them? It's like, wait, the way you phrase that is it should bother them. But it's like, no, the comments don't matter. You don't know these people. Block or delete, block, rinse, repeat. That's it. And when it comes to cyberbullying, I mean, a lot of this ends in suicide.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
And that, my heart just like sinks every time I hear about that.
Yeah.
And you hear the parents talk about it, and they talk like, yeah, the kid was in the room with the phone, and we just thought everything was cool. And I'm like,
yeah,
what?
I think it's parents who don't know what's going on, And then I think it's also like what you just said about our kids seeing the comments. I think for a very long time, I don't even think they knew. Did you guys even know there were negative comments on videos? Like, you guys never saw them, though.
Yeah, but
I think
you know what I mean? Like, but you weren't like, you were shielding them from a certain amount of that, right? Because they were young and it wasn't appropriate and they didn't need to know. And I think that's like one of the bigger issues along with not parenting. It's just these parents just open the door to the internet to their kids and they're like, okay, go ahead, go in. And there's no guardrails. There's no, again, they're expecting the apps to do it. They're expecting, I don't know what they're expecting. Like, the internet is a scary place.
And then you get other adults online who interact with these kids. I remember, I won't say which one, but we were at a con one day. Do you remember this? And we were doing a panel. Oh. And a mother came up and asked us a question of, what age is it okay for like your kid to like talk to an adult? And I said, never. No. And she was like, you're shaking your head. I'm like, no.
Yeah, and that was him answering, not me. That was my child answering, not me. He knew because I had taught him, like, if an adult is trying to reach out to a kid online. Now, first of all, that most of the time they do that secretively.
Yeah.
But if they're being like out front about it, that's even worse because they think because they're being open about it.
It's all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like it's not still illegal.
I'm honest with you. I'm an adult. I'm going to be friends with your kid.
I mean, we grew up I'm sorry, but we're the To Catch a Predator generation. We grew up watching Chris Hansen take these mofos down, and it was so impactful because when I remember when the chat rooms became a big thing, and then all of a sudden the light bulbs went off for parents, like, oh, bad people go in there. That was like, I don't know. It was like shocking that there are people in the world who will take a good thing and use it for bad purposes. And that is just everywhere. Why wouldn't it extend to the internet?
Well, in those situations in particular, there's no way that turns out good. Like, what benefit
does an adult want to be talking to a child online? Like, help me make sense of that.
And
it's not...
I just remember being in that room when that happened, and I saw, like, when I said that, and she looked back to her kid.
Yeah, the kid looked
annoyed. And I said, and in my head, I'm thinking, oh, bro, do this for your own sake, not because your mom told you to. There's no way that situation ends good.
No. Yeah. I don't understand why more parents, I mean, what is the point? I mean, honestly, of having kids, if they're just, aren't you're there to parent them. You're there to, like, to be a family, to love each other, to guide them, to teach them. And it's kind of gotten to the point anymore where parents are like, they're born, they can walk, I'm good.
Well, we are a very experience-driven culture. And so I think there's just something particularly in women that they want that experience. That's why you have all these people like spending $50,000 on a wedding. They want this experience, they want, and that's why you have all these people who they don't want to adopt. They'll spend $1 million on IVF because they want that experience of being pregnant, and they want, it's about me, and what I want. And then let's not sugarcoat it. Parenting is hard.
It is.
It is hard.
It is.
And I know every generation has had to come across like new challenges within culture and society that the previous generations didn't have to deal with. But our current battle is the internet and social media. Our parents didn't have to parent us through this. I was already an adult. We were engaged when I got on MySpace. My parents didn't have to parent me through social media. And so we're all going blind, and we're just trying to do the best that we can. And I think there's just a decent amount of people out there who are just like, this is hard, and I'm not, whether it's intentional that I'm going to be hands off because I don't know what to do or I don't care. But I think there's a lot of people who just don't know what to do, and everyone is so busy, and they're allowing themselves to be busy. And so we're just going to ignore these things and just hope nothing bad happens.
Well, and these people are being influenced by the wrong people, because you see all these celebrities online saying stuff about how they have kids. Like,
celebrities, though, you're right.
You
But
see?
they don't live in the real world.
they don't live in the real world, but it's funny because I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but you see a lot of these rich celebrity moms who don't have husbands with their kids saying, look, I can do it, so can you. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They have so much help.
You
nanny,
have so much
au pair.
help. If you lived in the real world and you did this by yourself, you could not be able to do this. And to influence that sort of lifestyle is just, I don't agree with it whatsoever.
And I think you see parents going one way or the other. Like, there's definitely the families out there that their kids can't have phones. They keep them completely off of social media, and they kind of go that extreme. And I get it. I understand that inclination. And I do think that you are the parent. You need to know and understand your child, to understand when they might be ready to start engaging in certain behaviors and with certain content. But also, having grown up in very conservative communities, you and I have both seen where, kids were told their whole life, no, 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 no. And then the minute they leave the house, their 18th birthday, they go out and they blow it big time, right out the gate, because they were never taught self-control. They were never taught moderation. There has to be, in my opinion, some balance between, we need to be open and honest about what the dangers are, but it is not possible in our day and age to live and function within society without having a cell phone. I mean,
That's true.
I cannot work at my job without my phone. So you have to learn how to engage with this stuff. And so you have to learn what the red flags are. And then again, you have to keep up with AI. You have to keep up with
And our
what's
culture
happening.
is so, you probably have a better way to say this, Rach, but like, we're so individually focused, and we're so like, it's about me and it's about taking care of myself and taking care of my needs. And I think that is also what is happening with kids and kids not being parented. And also kids are then allowed to do these things that you're just like, oh my God, like, they're not allowed to smoke, they're not allowed to drink, they're not allowed to this, but they're allowed to do this. And I don't even need to go into what that is, and we're not going to do that in this episode, but it's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
And how those parents will be looked down upon if they will try to parent their child through that.
Yeah.
Rather than just let their kid do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
That is sickening, it's sad, and it just makes my heart it makes my heart feel bad. Like, it's just, I feel being a kid is really, really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Is really hard. And we think by allowing kids to just do whatever they want, we're going to make it easier for them. Well, like you said, there comes a point where they're 18 and they leave and they're like, what is this?
Yeah. Because we haven't, either we've given them just unfettered access to everything, or we've restricted everything. And so how do you enter adulthood if you don't know, like, how to function, how to control yourself, how to read and understand things for yourself, how to identify red flags,
How to treat people.
How to treat people. Like, if you haven't learned any of that, like I said, it's either, you're either a monster or you're going to become one.
Or you come up with something like 6'7".
6'7".
I mean, that's...
Where you just start saying nonsense phrases because you can't articulate the thing that you're actually trying to say.
I mean, I think that's really true, though. It kind of brings it full circle. Like, no one knows anything. Also, you can't say anything on social media, but you can say everything.
There's no absolute truth.
So let's just come up with things like 6'7", because that's the only thing anyone can get on board with.
Yeah, because it's not offensive, right? Because it doesn't mean anything.
Like, that's why personally, this last semester of school, I've been so angry because it's all been A, B, C, or D, and you're trying to guess which one's right. I haven't had one writing assignment this year yet. And I truly believe that's where you show what you've learned, because you gather resources, you put it in your own words.
Instead of multiple choice.
Instead of multiple choice. I hate multiple choice. And that's why I hate, these state tests. I don't believe that's where you show true intelligence.
It's true.
It's
like
just
being able
so
to
mind-numbing. And then, I love it when they say this. Which one is the best answer? Oh, no.
Yeah.
don't even go
'Cause
there
they're
with me.
like,
That's
all the-
debatable, right?
That's debatable.
I hate
That is
that.
subjective. Don't go there. Which, you know what?
Yeah.
That's why I get why Grandma loves math so much. It's either
2 + 2
right,
always equals 4.
It's
always.
either right or wrong. I get that. But I also love it when I'm able to write and to put my creative thinking to work. That's why I've been so stressed out and so angry at this last semester of school. I haven't had one writing assignment this year. ELA has not given me one writing assignment this year.
Yeah. Instead, it's always pick which answer
one
is
is
the
the
best.
best?
Which pronoun goes here? Well, actually, any pronoun today can go right there. So actually, this is wrong.
Well, they
all
probably
of above.
They probably don't want to give you any writing assignment because, I mean, depending on what you're being taught at home, it probably doesn't line up to what the world wants you to be taught. And then it probably doesn't line up to what the school wants you to be taught. So they're just going to give you multiple choice instead of giving you something where you're actually going to have to think, write something down. And then the teacher's going to actually have to be like, oh my God, I don't know how to grade this because he's saying this, you believe this, they believe this.
Well,
There's
and again,
no truth.
Yeah. Well, again, and I think too, it's something that's definitely lost. Being able to research a topic, being able to write in full sentences, use correct grammar, punctuation, all of those things. Like at the end of the day, whatever argument or thing you're writing about to a certain extent when you're in school shouldn't matter. Like unless you're trying to convince me the sky is like purple or something. Like otherwise,
But
like
any
make your argument. But like there's just so many basic things about being able to communicate and communicate clearly.
Well, and then also
that
to find
is-
resources, which is so important because
Yeah.
we have the internet. It's all out there. You just have to be able to find it.
Right.
And so I even like just getting,
Reputable resources.
getting those, I can find those easily.
You can find anything you want on the internet to support whatever it is you want to say.
And you have to know at that point then how to use critical thinking because, a perfect example right now, and we're not going to talk about Stranger Things any more than this little point I'm going to bring up. When someone doesn't like something and someone else does, you can find every avenue of the like and the not like. Same thing with like scripture.
Yeah.
But people can take one scripture and use it to make this argument over here or this argument over here, and you have to have critical thinking or you're going to get led down the wrong path, like super easy.
Well, and context, especially with scripture, is
Context, yeah.
so important.
Read the verses before it and read the verses after
Right.
it.
Well, and also what was happening at the time
Right.
of what was happening there. That people just don't.
Well, when somebody's
Yeah.
arguing though, and they want to cite a video from TikTok, I'm like, I'm not going to go with
don't
that
even.
because they don't probably know what they're talking about. Where did they do their research? And they're just saying what they need to say to get the views. That's really true.
Yeah. So
Well,
again, it's like reputable resources.
Because anyone right now who doesn't like the scene where Will comes out is automatically homophobic. Automatically, everyone is judging you as homophobic. And it's like, no, it was bad acting. It was poorly written.
Unnecessary.
It was way unnecessary. It happened at a stupid moment and it undermined Will getting his powers.
6'7".
Oh my
I
god.
thought 6'7" was good.
No, in this context, it's mid. It's 6'7".
Before we end this episode of Relatively Terrible, what is something that you're into this week that you think our audience should check out?
6'7". I'm just
Not
kidding.
that.
Okay, Gooting. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
You're reading. You've been
Oh,
reading
you
some
should
manga
check
lately.
out. You should check out One Piece because it's actually good.
The
Like the
show or the
show?
book.
No, the manga. Do not read the show. Do not watch.
Do not read the show?
Do not read
No.
the show. Wow.
Do not
Do not
watch
read the
the
show.
show. Do
You
not.
don't like the show?
No.
Oh.
There's filler. There's like,
But the manga's good.
yeah, manga's good.
What is manga exactly?
Anime.
6'7". Oh, got him. Got him. I know what it is. It's a book that you read backwards.
Yeah, and it's anime.
It has pictures.
I love pictures.
What are you into this week?
Mom's into a whorehouse.
Okay. That's not what
Okay,
she's into.
different families, but it all leads to a whorehouse.
Well, okay, so at the end of last week, I just finished reading East of Eden by John Steinbeck. And it was a masterpiece. It was really incredible. It was totally worth the time, and I keep seeing it pop up on like lots of people's best books of the year list, and it's going to be on mine as well. It was fantastic.
Okay.
And apparently, when I described it, all Calvin picked up on.
Oh, is this the horror house book?
There is a
And this is where
or two.
all of our listeners sign off.
No. Okay. I watched a movie with Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
It's called Begonia. I think that's how you pronounce it. It has Jesse Plemons.
It's the most disturbing thing I've ever
Okay, this is
watched.
my
I don't
thing.
care.
Wait, do
It's
they not know how to say
disturbing.
baloney or something? Begonia?
No.
What is that? Begonia.
Listen,
It's
I will just
baloney.
say it's Jesse Plemons and it's Emma Stone, and it is a great film. It is dark, so don't go into it thinking that it's just
Oh my God, 6'7", happiness.
Okay.
Calvin, Calvin, shut
Please
up.
stop. It's
My
a good
gosh.
movie. You should check it out because it's not a book.
It actually makes you think. But anyone who hasn't listened to Mammoth, definitely give him a try. I've tried listening to Van Halen before, his dad's band. And look, the guitar is, I mean, come on, it's Eddie Van Halen. But the singing and everything else, nothing I've heard has really impressed me. The songs in general. He's a great guitar player, but his songs are nothing to write home about, in my opinion.
6'7".
The songwriting, the style.
But-
Mammoth is better than Van Halen to me.
Ooh.
His band is better than Van Halen,
See?
in my personal opinion.
Do you see what he's doing? That's his generation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie your hands
6'7",
down.
no!
So check out Mammoth. He has a new
Why is he
album.
named Mammoth? Is that his favorite animal?
I thought you were going to go a different route with that.
Or is he
No.
built like one?
That
Okay,
was a
see?
relatively terrible joke.
Yeah. That's just his nickname, dude. His real name is Wolfgang Van Halen.
So why is he called Wolfgang?
They call him Wolfgang. But
No,
that's
why
the name of
is
his
the band name called Wolfgang?
Do you know there's no one in Gavin Dance named Gavin,
Gavin,
right?
yeah.
And you're-
Okay.
It's the same thing! Who's Coheed and who's Cambria?
Oh, I bet they get that. I bet right when they came
from
out.
him.
Yeah.
They get it from
A
him.
band you should check out is Spirit Box. You should check them out.
I thought you already talked about One Piece.
I can't name a second.
And to
name.
all
guess
you
you
Star
do.
Wars lovers out there, look, I love the
Oh my
original
gosh.
3 movies.
But check out something
What
that's
does that have to
better.
do with anything?
But
Check out something that's better. Harry Potter.
I will admit, the first time watching Harry Potter, I was kind of prejudiced against it because I was like, this can't be better than Star Wars. And then right when we got to Goblet of Fire, I said, okay, this is pretty great.
It's not better than Star Wars?
I knew it was better
What
than
Star
Star
Wars?
Wars by the third movie.
What Star Wars were you watching? AI version?
Oh no!
Where you typed into the prompt, make a good Star Wars.
No, Rise of the Skywalker. Oh yeah, so good. Man, you know how many people hate Rey?
Rise-
Go online. People.
Why do I care what
hate
other
her.
people think?
Okay, back to gooning. That would be a better way to say gooning would be Rise of My Skywalker.
Go back to Gooning.
See? My Skywalker's rising up.
When you guys watch this, someone just take that out of context and make that a meme. Go back to Gooning.
See, even though I just owned him and roasted his own generation, he won't admit it. That was relatively terrible. We're out of here.
I'm relatively 6'7".